Good morning, all of you. I'm D. Sahiti, Department of Chemistry, Tribal Welfare Degree College, Women's, Suryapet, Kodada. So today I have to discuss about the topic is amines. So all of you know about amines, cyanides, and isocyanates. So now I share my words about amines today. Okay, so we know that amines, what are amines, classification of amines, and what are the preparations of amines, and etc. So, first of all, see here the contents covered by amines is introduction of amines, nomenclature, and classification, and preparations and physical properties and chemical properties. These are the contents covered by this topic. So now we have to go to introduction of amines. So what is the introduction of amines? Introduction of amines means the definition of amines. So what are amines? That is the introduction of amines. So you know about amines definition? Anybody know? What are amines? So the organic compounds containing amino group are called amines. So see here the organic compounds containing amino group is called amines. So the general formula of amines is R bond NH2. R bond NH2 is the general formula of amines and nomenclature. So prefix is amino group, amino. So that is the prefix. So in this nomenclature, what is the prefix amino? So see here some examples I'll write here. So formula, common name and IUPAC name. So CH3NH2, this is methylamine or aminomethane. So methylamine is common name and aminomethane is IUPAC name. And next CH3CH3NH2, this is isopropyl group, isopropyl amine. So this IUPAC name is 2-amino-propane. So 2-amino-propane is the IUPAC name. And next C6H5NH2. So see here C6H5NH2 means common name is aniline and IUPAC name is aminobenzene. So common name is amine, aniline and IUPAC name is aminobenzene. These are the examples of amines, nomenclature and common names and IUPAC names. So now we have to discuss about the classification of amines. So amines are classified into four types based on the nature of nitrogen. So see here, so amines are classified into four types. So first one is primary amines, secondary amines and tertiary amines and quaternary amines. So I'll write some examples for these primary, secondary, tertiary and quaternary amines or quaternary ammonium salts. So see here some examples. CH3, CH2, NH2, that is ethylamine. Ethylamine is the best example for primary amines. So and next pyrrolidine acyclic aliphatic amine is the best example for secondary amine. And next N-gamma and dimethyl aniline is the best example for tertiary amines. And next tetramethyl ammonium chloride is the best example for quaternary ammonium salts. So these are the amines types. That means classification of amines. So how primary amines, secondary amines, tertiary amines and quaternary ammonium salts. These are the quaternary ammonium salts. And next some preparative methods or some preparations of amines. So all of you know about the preparations of amines, and the first one is aminolysis of alkyl halide. Aminolysis. So see here, aminolysis means what? So we know the hydrolysis. So what is hydrolysis? Addition of H2O is called hydrolysis, and here addition of ammonia is called aminolysis. So see here the reaction NH3 it is react with alkyl halide R bond X, it gives RNH2 plus HX. That means ammonia is added to alkyl halides here. So it gives a primary amines. So again this primary amine is react with again another alkyl halide, it gives a secondary amines. So again this secondary amine is reacts with another alkyl halide, so it gives a tertiary amines. So again this tertiary amines is react with another quaternary ammonium salt, another alkyl halide, it gives a quaternary ammonium salts. So these aminolysis of alkyl halides is the best preparation of amines. Why? Because it prepare all types of amines, primary amines and secondary amines, tertiary amines and quaternary ammonium salts. All are prepared by this method. So it is the best preparative method of amines. So now we have to discuss about another preparation, that is Gabriel synthesis. So see here Gabriel synthesis. Here we can take phthalimide. So phthalimide it is react with KOH, and so KOH is the base. So phthalimide is the amide. So this phthalimide is react with KOH, it lost water molecule. So it gives potassium phthalimide. So again this potassium phthalimide is react with alkyl halide R bond X. So here loss of Kx takes place and R is substituted by N. So it gives alkyl, N-alkyl phthalimide. So finally it undergoes hydrolysis. So with dilute HCl, that means H2O oblique HCl. So I'll write here H3O plus. So finally it undergoes hydrolysis. N-alkyl phthalimide undergoes hydrolysis. It gives primary amines. See here in this box we have RNHHN plus. Here this is a primary amines. So by this Gabriel synthesis we can prepare primary amines. So if you want ethyl amine, so we can take ethyl alcohol in this group. So here R bond X we can take alkyl halide. In that R bond X, that means we can take ethyl chloride or ethyl bromide. Finally we get ethylamine or ethylamine. We can take here propyl isopropyl groups. Finally we get propyl isopropyl groups. So this is one of the preparation of amines. And next we want to prepare another preparation methods by another preparation methods. So see here Huffman bromide method. So in this Huffman bromide method, so we can take amides, normal amides. In this Gabriel synthesis we can take phthalimide, that is a cyclic amide. So here in this Huffman bromide reaction we can take normal amides. It involves the reaction an amide with bromine and alkali. A primary amine is obtained with one carbon atom less than the phthalimide. Less than the amide, not phthalimide. So see here we can take amides. It is react with bromine in presence of NaOH. So it gives what amines. It reacts with bromine, gives carbon R bond N C double bond O group. So finally it is on hydrolysis, loss of CO2 takes place, it gives amines. See the reaction and mechanism of this reaction carefully. So see here first of all amides react with NaOH. So NaOH is a base, it gives base is abstract proton from amine group. So here what happened, RC double bond O NH minus takes place. And next it is react with bromine, it gives bromamide. So finally it is react with OH minus, it gives it lost another proton, and here substitution of double bond takes place. This is isocyanate. R bond N, double bond C, double bond O. This is alkyl isocyanate. This alkyl isocyanate on hydrolysis gives carbamic acid. This carbamic acid finally gives amines in presence of carbon dioxide. So this is the preparation of amines by Huffman bromide reaction. This is also one of the best preparation. So if you want primary amines or secondary amines or tertiary amines, first of all we can take primary amides or secondary amides in the starting substitution. So sorry, starting substance. That means in this reactant we can take ethanamide, so we can get ethylamine is the product. In this reaction, first of all we can take propanamide is a reactant, and finally we get propylamine, like that. So if you want to take different types of amines, and next some reactions of amides and reactions of nitriles. So some amides and nitriles are gives also amines, so by this method. So see here, reactions of amides. So here we can take amide is on reduction in presence of lithium aluminum hydride, LiAlH4 oblique ether. So see here what happened, reduction takes place. Reduction means what? Addition of hydrogens or removal of oxygen. So in this reaction we remove one oxygen and added two hydrogens. So finally it gives RCH2NH2. So that is what RCH2NH2 means, that is a primary amine. So here some I'll write one example, that is, see here, this is propanamide. Finally we get propylamine. Okay, in reactions of nitriles is nothing but cyanides, RC triple bond N. So it is also on reduction gives amine. So see here, that is the reaction. So here these are the preparations, and finally we want to complete these preparations by Schmidt reaction. Okay, Schmidt reaction. So in this Schmidt reaction, what are the reactants? See here, in this Schmidt reaction. So Schmidt reaction. So in this Schmidt reaction, we can take acids. So acids on reacts with another groups like H plus, so it finally gives amines. So acid react with H plus, carboxylic acid groups we can take, that carboxylic acid groups reacts with H plus, it loses water molecule and finally gives acyl cation. This acyl cation is react with hydrozoic acid N3H, that N3H, so in this N3H reaction finally it loses N2, and finally it gives amines on loss reacts with the water molecule and loss of H plus, it finally gives R bond NH2 and carbon dioxide groups. So that is that. So in this Schmidt reaction, acid groups are converted into amines. So in this R group we can take different type of R group, finally we can get different type of amines. So we can take benzoic acid, finally we get aniline or aminobenzene, like that compounds. So these are the preparations of amines, different types of preparations of amines, Huffman bromide method and Gabriel synthesis and aminolysis and Schmidt reaction, like that, etc., etc. These all are the preparations of amines. And next we want to discuss about physical and chemical properties of amines. So now we want to discuss about the physical properties of amines. So we know the physical properties of amines. So what are the physical properties of amines? They have the unpleasant odor and polar compounds. So they have primary and secondary amines. Some are having hydrogen bond, some amines are not having hydrogen bond, and they have boiling points and etc., etc. These are the physical properties. So see here the physical properties of amines. So they have unpleasant odor like rotting fish like ammonia. So they are polar compounds and different electronegativity compounds, and primary and secondary amines have hydrogen bond because they have one hydrogen at nitrogen, but in tertiary amines there are no hydrogens at nitrogen, don't to form hydrogen bonds. And see this picture, and boiling points and hydrocarbons, boiling points of amines. So see here, hydrocarbons are having less than amines, sorry, alcohols are having highest boiling points than amines, and amines having highest boiling points than hydrocarbons. So almost all, they all are amines are soluble in water because they form hydrogen bonding with water molecule, but some tertiary amines does not form hydrogen bond, so they are do not form water sorry, do not form hydrogen bond, and they do not dissolve in water and do not soluble in water. So and in this physical properties, main property is the basic nature of amines. So this amines having the basic nature, so basic character of amines, so amines are basic in nature due to the presence of lone pair of electrons on nitrogen. Why it is more basic? It has the lone pair of electrons on nitrogen atom. So aliphatic amines contain one or more alkyl groups in place of hydrogen atoms of ammonia. Since alkyl groups are electron releasing groups, they increase the electron density on nitrogen. So listen carefully. Aliphatic amines contain one or more alkyl groups in the place of hydrogen. So we see the primary and secondary amines, they have one or two alkyl groups in the place of hydrogens. Since alkyl groups are electron releasing groups, so these are electron releasing groups. So that's why they increase the electron density on nitrogen. So finally, nitrogen is more basic. When it has more alkyl groups, it is more basic. So see here the basic nature of amines. So basic nature of amines. So this basic character of amines, and amines are basic in nature due to the presence of a lone pair of electrons on nitrogen. Aliphatic amines contains one or more alkyl groups in place of hydrogen atoms of ammonia. Since alkyl groups are electron releasing groups, they increase the electron density on nitrogen. So this is the basicity of amines and a basic character of amines, and a comparative basic strength of ammonia, methylamine, dimethylamine, trimethylamine, and aniline. So some we want to compare with other groups to normal amines. So we can take methylamine, ethylamine, sorry, dimethylamine, and trimethylamine, and aniline. So which is more basic, which is not? So see here, we wanted, we know the what alkyl groups are electron releasing groups, which amine group, so that means which nitrogen having more alkyl groups, that is more basic than others. Okay, so because of alkyl groups donate electrons to the more electronegative nitrogen, the inductive effect makes the electron density on the alkyl amines of nitrogen greater than the nitrogen of ammonium. So correspondingly, primary and secondary and tertiary alkyl amines are more basic than ammonia. Availability of lone pair is more available lone pair, that is more basic. So see here, so comparative basic strength of ammonia, methylamine, dimethylamine, trimethylamine, and aniline. So because of alkyl groups donate electrons. So alkyl groups, which alkyl groups donate electrons to nitrogen, that is more basic. So in based on inductive effect, alkyl groups are electron releasing groups. So which one has more electron density, that is more basic. So see here, so according to electron releasing effect, so basicity is based on three types. So according to electron releasing effect, and according to steric effect, and according to hydration effect. So see here, according to electron releasing effect, which one is more basic? So which is having more alkyl groups, which nitrogen containing more alkyl groups, that is more basic. So that's why in this tertiary amine is more basic. Why? Because in the tertiary amine, we nitrogen group has three alkyl groups, that means three methyl groups, that means three electron releasing groups. So that's why electron releasing effect, basic strength of electron releasing effect is tertiary is more basic than secondary, and secondary is more basic than primary, and primary is more basic than ammonium. So see here, the fact that basic strength in aqueous solution depends not only upon electron releasing effect but also upon steric and hydration effect. So that's why we want to go to steric effect. So which one has a less steric effect, that is more basic? So in this primary, secondary and tertiary amines, secondary amines has a less steric effect. So that's why secondary is more basic than others. So the basicity order in this, according to this steric effect, is secondary is more basic than primary, and primary is more basic than tertiary, and tertiary is more basic than ammonia. Okay, so this is the steric effect, basicity order of steric effect. And next, hydration effect. So this hydration effect, see here. So in this hydration effect, the order of basic strength is R bond NH2. That means primary is more basic than secondary is more basic than tertiary. Why in this hydration effect primary is more basic? Can you guess? So because of hydrogen bonding, formation of hydrogen bonding. So we know primary and secondary amines only forms hydrogen bond. So that's why primary forms more hydrogen bonds with water. So that's why primary is more basic than secondary. Secondary is also form hydrogen bond with water, but tertiary does not form hydrogen bond with water. So that's why primary is more basic than secondary, and secondary is more basic than tertiary. That means there are three effects: electron releasing effect, steric effect, and hydration effect. According to electron releasing effect, which one is more basic? Tertiary is more basic. According to steric effect, which one is more basic? Secondary is more basic. According to hydration effect, which one is more basic? Primary is more basic. So that's why finally, according to these three effects, which one may be concluded that the order of basic strength is secondary is more basic than tertiary is more basic than primary. So mainly I will give the priority to steric effects. So that's why I'll give. So it may be concluded that secondary is more basic than tertiary is more basic than primary. So see here. So this is the basicity of amines. And next, basicity of aromatic amines. So which one is more basic in aromatic amines? So aromatic amines are weaker bases than aliphatic amines because of two factors. Not only one factor, because of two factors. One is resonance stabilization of the free base. So if amine group is free in aromatic amines, so that forms resonance. So that's why it does not loss pair of electrons. Ammonia does not lose a pair of electrons, because this pair of electrons, it involves the resonance. So that's why resonance means which one gives more resonance structures, that is more stable. So that's why in this aromatic amines, nitrogen does not donate electron pair to others. Why? Because it donate that electron pair to ring, that means C6H5 phenyl ring, because it gives a resonance. And next, and here see here, unhybridized 2p orbitals of N here, and nitrogen is in sp3 hybridization. So see here, that means every carbon in this aromatic amines, every carbon has sp2 hybridization, but only the amine in amine group, nitrogen has sp3 hybridization. Based on these two factors, resonance stabilization and sp3 hybridization, this aromatic amines are different. That means normal amines has secondary is more basic. In this aromatic amines, different is the basicity. So see here also two three factors is there. That means effect of electron withdrawing group and effect of electron releasing group, effect of substituents on nitrogen atom, effect of substituents on nitrogen atom, like electron withdrawing substituents, for example, electron releasing substituents are there. Different types of basic characters is there. So see here. So this is effect of electron withdrawing group. So first one, electron withdrawing group. So we can see that aniline, metanitroaniline, paranitroaniline, orthonitroaniline. So which one is more basic means, first of all aniline is more basic because substituent is electron withdrawing group. So electron withdrawing group losses, it takes electron density. So that's why that is less basic. So which one is less basic? Electron withdrawing group. The aniline contain electron withdrawing group, that is less basic. In that, if para position and ortho position are more basic, less basic compared to meta position. And electron releasing group, effect of electron releasing group. See second example, effect of electron releasing group. Which one is more basic? Para methyl aniline is more basic. After next metamethyl aniline. After next aniline. After next orthomethyl aniline. In this orthomethyl aniline, steric effect is there, and in this paramethyl aniline, it takes the electrons and it forms resonance, and it gives electron density on nitrogen atom. So that's why paramethyl aniline is more basic than others. That means paramethyl aniline is more basic than metamethyl aniline and aniline and orthomethyl aniline. So effect of substituents on nitrogen atom. For example, electron releasing groups are present on nitrogen atom. So see here, nitrogen containing two methyl groups and nitrogen containing one methyl group, in nitrogen containing no methyl groups. Here which one is more basic? So nitrogen containing more alkyl groups, that is more basic, we know that. So that's why N-N dimethyl aniline is more basic than N-methyl aniline and normal aniline. So, and effect of substituents on nitrogen atom, electron withdrawing group. This is completely reversed to electron withdrawing group and electron releasing group. So see here, we can take aniline. Aniline is more basic in this because others are electron withdrawing groups. So see here, we write, so that means N-phenylenediline, N-N diphenylenediline we can take here. So normal aniline is more basic than N-phenylenediline, and other is less basic. N-N diphenylenediline is less basic. Why? Because it in this nitrogen containing two phenyl groups, those two phenyl groups are less basic. So that's why this is the basicity of amines, and this is the basicity of aromatic amines, and this is the basicity of electron withdrawing groups present or electron releasing groups or etc. This total is a basicity of amines. And next, we want to discuss about the use of quaternary ammonium salts. How to use the quaternary ammonium salts? So we want to use quaternary ammonium salts R4N plus X minus, that is quaternary. That means we know that tetrabutyl ammonium fluoride, TBAF. What is that? Tetrabutyl ammonium fluoride. So this tetrabutyl ammonium fluoride is used as phase transfer catalyst in some reactions. So that means in this nitrogen is positively charged, so it has four alkyl groups or four substituents. So quaternary ammonium salts are relatively soluble in organic solvents and consequently are used as phase transfer catalysts, PTC, phase transfer catalyst. So that means quaternary ammonium salts are used as phase transfer catalysts. That is like this. See here, Use of amine salts as phase transfer catalysts, that is quaternary ammonium salts are used as phase transfer catalysts, that is benzyl trimethyl ammonium hydroxide is also one of the PTC, and TBAF is also one of the PTC. So these are phase transfer catalysts, these are used as phase transfer catalysts. In next, these all are the physical properties of amines. And next, the chemical properties of amines. Chemical properties is nothing but so alkylation, acylation, halogenation, like that. So see here, first of all, alkylation. Chemical properties of amines in that alkylation. So we can take primary or secondary amines. So see here, I'll take here secondary amine, that is primary or secondary. So that is secondary amine, that is react with haloalkane, that means halogenoalkane, that means trialkyl halogen, that is R3X. So it gives what happened. So here X and H is eliminated, R group is substituted on N. So that is tertiary alkyl, tertiary amine, that is tertiary amine. R1, R2, R3 groups are there, that is tertiary amine. Loss of HH takes place. So this is what alkylation. So what is the meaning of alkylation? Addition of alkyl groups is nothing but alkylation. So this is alkylation. And next, again see this, this is R3 and R1 R2 group, that means this tertiary alkyl amine group we can take, that is react with another alkyl halide, that means R4X. So again it gives a quaternary ammonium salt, that is like this. See in this reaction here also what happened, alkylation takes place, that means another alkyl group is added to that. So that's why this is also alkylation. So and next, acylation of amines. Acylation is nothing but substitution of acyl group. See double bond was CH3 group is called acyl group. Substitution of acyl group takes place, that is acylation. So see here, acylation of amines. So here we can take ethylamine, and it is react with acetyl chloride in presence of pyridine on heating. So it gives N-ethyl acetamide, N-acetyl ethylamine or N-ethyl acetamide. So here what happened? Chlorine is eliminated, and acyl group is substituted there. So C2H5N, C double bond was CH3, that is like this. So that's why this is called N-ethyl acetamide. So I'll write another example below. So that is what we can take aniline. Aniline is react with CH3COCl, acetyl chloride again. So it gives acetonilide, that means N-phenyl ethanamide. This normal IUPAC name is N-phenyl ethanamide, common name is acetonilide. So here what happened? C double bond was CH3 group is substituted on nitrogen. So that's why it gives acetonilide. So this is acylation. So we see alkylation and acylation and carbylamine reaction. Carbylamine means what? What is called carbylamine? Anybody know? Can you guess? Carbylamine. We know amines, cyanides, isocyanates. So isocyanates is also called carbylamines. Okay. So see here, carbylamine reaction, that means carbylamine preparation reaction. So ethylamine, we can take normal amine, that is primary amine. Ethylamine is react with chloroform in presence of KOH. It's on warm, that means it's on heat condition. So it gives ethyl isocyanide and 3KCl and 3H2O. So this forms ethyl carbylamine. Ethyl carbylamine is nothing but ethyl isocyanide. Okay. So I'll write another example below, that is aniline. Aniline is also react with chloroform in presence of KOH. It gives phenyl isocyanide or phenyl carbylamine. So this is carbylamine reaction. So that means in this reaction what happened, we can take amines. By using amines we can prepare isocyanates, we can prepare carbyl amines, like that. So see another prepare another reaction or another one. So that is Hinsberg test. So what is Hinsberg test? So see here. So primary and secondary amines react with benzene sulfonyl chloride in the presence of aqueous sodium hydroxide. So forms a sulfonamide, whereas a tertiary amine does not undergo any reaction because it does not possess a replaceable H atom on the nitrogen atom. So that means see here primary and secondary amines are undergoes or reacts with benzene sulfonyl chloride. Tertiary does not react with the benzene sulfonyl chloride. Why? Because it does not have any hydrogen on nitrogen. So see here the reactions. This is benzene sulfonyl chloride reacts with primary amine. So it gives what N-alkyl benzene sulfonamide. It is an alkali soluble in alkali. So and next one is secondary and tertiary. See here secondary amine we can take benzene sulfonyl chloride reacts with secondary amine. It is also gives an alkali that is insoluble in alkali. So finally we write tertiary. Tertiary does not gives reaction. Why? Because tertiary alkyl halide, tertiary amine groups having does not have hydrogen group. So that's why benzene sulfonyl chloride does not react with the tertiary amines. Okay, so this is Hinsberg test. So in this Hinsberg test what happened, this Hinsberg test is only for primary and secondary amines, not for tertiary amines. Okay, and next reaction with nitrous acid. What is nitrous acid? Anybody know the formula of nitrous acid? Please tell me the formula of nitrous acid. We know the nitric acid formula HNO3. What is nitrous acid? So nitrous acid is nothing but HNO2. HNO2 is called nitrous acid. So here reaction with nitrous acid. So reaction of amines with nitrous acid. See here primary amines react with HNO2 gives N2 gas evolution from a clear solution. And next secondary amines react with nitrous acid gives an insoluble yellow oil formed. That means N-nitrosoamine. So in tertiary amines reacts with nitrous acid gives a clear solution. Ammonia salt is formation takes place. So that is the reaction. That means nitrous acid reaction. So primary and secondary and tertiary amines all are reacts with nitrous acid. They all gives different types of products. So first one primary amines gives N2 gas and secondary amine gives an yellow oil formation N-nitrosoamine, and tertiary amines gives ammonium salt formation. So these are the reactions with nitrous acid. And some other reactions of amines, some other reactions. So see here, we know that Lieberman nitroso reaction. We know, anybody know Lieberman nitroso reaction? So now see about Lieberman nitroso reaction. So on heating a nitrosamine with phenol in presence of concentrate H2SO4, blue color is formed. The reaction is called Lieberman nitroso reaction. It is used for qualitative test for secondary amines. So see here, primary amines react with HNO2. So it gives R plus cation. That means carbocation, and N2 is losses. That is the reaction. And next secondary amines also react with HNO2. It gives R bond R N double bond O. That is secondary amine gives. And tertiary amine also gives the reaction. See here, R bond N plus and N R double bond O. That means salt, ammonium salt is given here. So this is the nitrous acid reactions. And some other reactions, the aromatic, what is some other reactions means, aromatic amines are also undergoes different type of chemical properties. So they exhibit chemical properties are different. So we can take aniline. Aniline, we know that aniline, diazotization, the aromatic primary amines react to form stable diazonium salt with nitrous acid. So this reaction is called a diazotization reaction. See the reaction. So see here, primary amines, primary aromatic amine, so that means aniline we can take. It is react with NaNO2 plus HCl. This is gives HNO2. So finally aniline react with NaNO2 HCl in presence of 0 to 4 degrees centigrade temperature. This conditions is called diazotization mixture. NaNO2 plus HCl at 0 to 4 degrees centigrade is called diazotization mixture. So this aniline reacts with this diazotization mixture. Finally, it gives diazonium salts. So this is primary aromatic amine. We can see here, and secondary aromatic amines and tertiary aromatic amines. They are gives like this. In this secondary aromatic amine is also reacts with nitrous acid, and tertiary amine is also reacts with nitrous acid. So they gives like this. These are the chemical properties of amines, aromatic amines and normal amines. So this is the total topic of amines. Amines preparation, classification, nomenclature, and physical properties and chemical properties of amines. So the in this most important topic is basic nature of amines. Very important topic, how the basic nature goes. So based on steric effect, secondary is more basic. Based on electron releasing effect, tertiary is more basic. Based on hydration effect, primary is more basic. So that's why basicity character is different. So that is more important in this topic. Thank you. Thank you very much. Anybody have any questions? Thank you for your attention. Thank you so much.